Hello, everyone. I'm Catwoman.
And I'm Gadget Goddess. And we are
your home girls of tech.
Here on the Gadget Chats podcast. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Yay. We made it.
Yeah,
we survived. Welcome, everyone, to episode 7 of the Gadget Chats podcast. Those that are chilling with us live on the YouTube Hello comment section.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
I hope everybody is doing as fantabulous as possible.
For sure.
Thank you, New York. He said, everybody smash that like button. Yeah, please.
Getting my linkage together.
Mm-hmm. So we'll start off with what's going on with us. ¿Qué pasa? I'm going to share my screen over here. So right now on YouTube, we are at 238 subscribers. Yay!
All right.
And then on Twitter, we have 160 followers. Yay!
Yay!
On Instagram, we have 135 followers. Yay!
Yay!
And on Facebook, gotta scroll down a little bit, we have 75 followers. Yay! So Kimmy, how was your flight?
Pretty good until I got to Charlotte, where it's raining and wind is blowing, and I did all I could.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very, very choppy descent. So
yeah,
I don't really mind choppiness, turbulence in the air, but when you're coming down, it's more dangerous. So yeah, descent with choppiness isn't that great.
Oh yeah, no, I'm so scared of flying. So like, I wouldn't have been any help if I was on the flight with you.
Well, there was nobody. I had a row to myself, which was lovely. But then It's just like, hey, do I want to die by myself? But yeah, I mean, all was well. I still have my little my car show stuff here. I had a blast there. We had a ball. So
I know. I saw the video last night when Tanna showed it. Oh my gosh, I loved watching it, especially you laughing in the background and then him laughing with you. I thought it was awesome.
You know, I got so heated that he did not wake me up for that premiere. I was there. I was asleep. All he had to do was say, it's getting ready to go live. And I would have woke up for it. But yeah. I had fun.
It was a nice vlog style video. I was talking to Mr. Catwoman about it. He's like, oh, did you see that blue? I think he said Acura. And I told him, I don't care about
that
cars.
Was my favorite car.
I wasn't even looking at the cars. I was looking at y'all. And a lot of kids there too. I was surprised by that.
Well, the other thing was a car that we mentioned on the stream last week was one of the ones we got a lot of footage of, the Ford. So I was like, we have to go see that.
I saw. I'm like, that's so cool. We was just talking about it. If anybody is listening or watching and hasn't checked out this video, I'll put a link in the description for it so you guys can check it out. It's a vlog style video on Tanna's channel, and Gigi is in it. He said that you was the co-host.
Yeah, he said I was co-hosting. I told him I was just being myself. So I guess if that's co-hosting, then hey, I can do that.
Yeah, you were like the Vanna White of the video.
Except when he was just like poking the bear, like, oh, that's a good truck for us to have an argument in. I was like, yeah, and a good truck for me to throw you out of the window. Yeah. So,
I heard that. I thought it was funny.
There were people around us, like our Uber drivers were thoroughly entertained. We took an Uber there and back. So we're just as silly. Like when you see us on the live stream, that's us the entire time we're together. So yeah, it's fun.
Totally adorable.
Oh.
So let's talk about any new tech purchases.
You seem to have them. I'm gonna go first because you seem to have them all.
Okay.
Due to our girl tech loving mama, I have Nukees on deck. I just got home, so I have not installed it, but I have the little pink glitter. So I'm of course going to put this on my P30 Pro. Maybe on the glitter case. I'm not sure, but it might be overkill with the glitter. But I'm excited. I don't use these kind of contraptions, and the magnets won't bother my phone. So good to go.
Okay, that's great. Congratulations. Anything else?
I just happened to look down in the chat. LeBaron was supposed to be at the car show with us. Little did most people know. And so he would have been in that video as well if he had been able to get parking, but he couldn't. So I'm sliding that in from your part about the car show. Nothing else for me. I'm thinking of getting a new sound shirt. Oh yeah, this is stolen from Tanna. But I swapped out. I stole another shirt last time I was there, so I brought that shirt back clean. I washed it and everything, and so now I have this one. So I think this is a good exchange. I bring a part of him home with me every time I come home.
So. That's so funny. Literally.
A little piece of him with me, yes.
I'm trying to. So this is his yes sir shirt.
But the Nike, Simply Beth said she wanted a Nike. So this was a eBay purchase. It was $10, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw them more expensive than that too, but I was like, I can do 10.
If anybody's interested in a Wired One shirt, go to Amazon, text Wagon Life, all one word. Get your Wired One shirt. Wired, always wired, all the time.
And this is what we call ourselves from Wired Wednesday. We're the Wired Ones from Easy Computer Solutions. So me and Catwoman have pink ones. Tanna has this green. The pink doesn't show the letters as well because they're white. So I was like, I'll steal this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one looks really cool. I like the olive.
Hey, Redbird.
Hey, Redbird. So
I can't wait for this. I've been waiting.
So this is latest purchase is a flip phone, an AT&T prepaid Cingular Flip 2. Now the reason why we got it, I will show you. The girls did not have good report cards. Well, not report cards, progress reports. They still have time to get better grades. But I was shocked because they had such good grades in the semester before. But they didn't have their phones or any kind of electronics for that whole semester. And their grades were really good. So we're like, okay, back to no electronics. Not only that, but sorry. I took myself off.
I was like, what?
Okay, now we gotta switch. Okay.
Yeah, because people flip out when we change places. I don't know why.
This is what happened to her Note 9. She done cracked it on the side.
Oh.
Yeah, it's shattered.
Oh.
And there's a long crack going down here and down here. It still works. But I was, why do I keep taking myself out?
Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone.
It hurt me a lot that she broke her phone, especially since she had it in an armadillo case. So I asked her, I was like, how did you break it? How? She's like, oh no. So we got them these flip phones. They were $36. And oh boy, were they shocked. So
I am too.
We need to get in touch with them. So we decided that, well, Mr. Catwoman looked it up and he's like, let's get them these flip phones. They can make phone calls. They could text, not as fast, but that's all they really need right now until they can show that they can manage their time better. I'm going to show what it looks like. So this is the flip phone right here.
Yeah, they don't care for that.
Yeah. It has a camera. Right
Come
here.
on, Catwoman. How good is this camera really?
They have a camera button for, quick pics, volume rocker. It has a headphone jack. It has
what kind of phone is it? This is a chat question.
It's made by Cingular, the Flip 2.
Okay.
Oh, LeBaron just ordered the Flip 2 as well. Yeah. So Mr. Catwoman was suggesting if you got a kid, okay, and they're just not ready to have a super duper phone and they can't manage their time, get them a flip phone.
In all fairness, I have a coworker, and that's what she started her child out with. He had to earn the smartphone. So
yeah, and which is weird because when they had their S8 and their Note 8, they didn't break them. But when they got the Note 9, she broke her Note 9. I was puzzled, confused and puzzled. So, I can get a hold of them. It has a speakerphone, so they don't have to put it to their ear the whole time. It's perfect. It's perfect for them for right now.
Yeah, her son was in high school before he got a smartphone, and he did nothing on his phone until he got a smartphone. That's the way he felt about it. So
yeah, and I have to say I'm very guilty of wanting to give the girls things that I wanted at their age.
I understand that. My son has an iPhone, but it's an iPhone 8, I believe. Yeah, just the 8, not the Plus. But this is his first phone. He's a senior in high school, so I was like, it works easier with iMessage and everything else. So
yeah. So this was very heavily influenced by parenting, but it's a good decision. We're gonna keep it that way, and we'll keep you guys posted. If
Raymond, it was partial grades and partial irresponsibility that made the kids lose their phones. He said he came in late, so I was giving him a quick update.
Yeah. So that's the reason why we got that flip phone. And it was really funny watching them trying to figure it out. Because I didn't tell them how to use it. Yeah, how to text. They're like, what is not going through? Oh, they did figure out how to get YouTube working on there. So, but like it's a tiny screen. Look, not as big as my hand. Why would you want to watch YouTube on this? Why? These kids are desperate.
My Samsung Gear S. I had YouTube on it. I could watch videos on my watch.
Oh my God. They're addicted. And I can't say much because I'm addicted to YouTube too. One of them was trying to get on Netflix on this phone and it didn't work. They couldn't put it it wasn't compatible.
YouTube was short videos. Netflix, you want to watch a movie on your phone?
Yeah, the site wasn't compatible. So they were like, oh, what's the password to the Hulu? I'm like, get out of here.
Wow.
But then also it took a whole 24 hours for them to figure out how to add a contact to a phone. Yeah, they're like, it says add contact and I'm pressing it and it won't let me create one, blah, blah, blah. And Mr. Cabin was like, how about you dial the number and then there'll be an option there that'll tell you to create a new contact. They were like,
Ew. That is hilarious.
And I was like, back in the day, we had to remember people's phone numbers. So, yeah.
Wow. My heart goes out to them, but hopefully they'll get it together so that they don't have to use said phones anymore.
Yes, exactly.
You can't reward bad behavior. So.
No, they can't. I mean, you could, but it would just end up bad. So the next purchase I got was the Galaxy Buds Plus.
Yes.
I thought about it. And then on February 14, I went to Best Buy and they didn't have it in any Best Buy. And they were like, oh, it'll get to your house by Tuesday. I was like, no, I'll just order on Amazon. I got here Sunday. And I have to say, I like it a lot. Mr. Catwoman likes it a lot because when I eat and talk to him, he doesn't hear me chew as loud anymore. And while I'm driving, he doesn't hear the motor of the car that loud. And it's just more pleasant. Also, I like the ambient where I could hear the stuff that's going on outside without having to take off the earbuds. That I really like that feature. And then I also want to give people tips that have the Galaxy Buds or the Galaxy Buds Plus. So in order to change the volume up and down, one earbud is designated for volume up and the other one is designated for volume down. I hate that because I don't wear both of them at the same time. I wear one at a time. So there is a workaround to that. Just set your long press to Bixby, and whenever you need to change the volume, you press and hold, and then you say, Bixby, change my volume to 40%, or change my volume to 70%. That's it. So just wanted to give that tip out to y'all.
Yeah, I'm one side or the other usually too. So
yeah, I wish that you could just like swipe down and then change the volume, or swipe up and change the volume, but no, you gotta press and hold, and one is designated for the other. I've been trying to wear both of them at the same time because of Juan's initiative for 2020 hearing. You know, he did a video speaking with a person who specializes in hearing and why it's important to wear both earbuds, because if not, you'll make the other one louder if you just only wear one. But, you know, sometimes I'm at my desk and I need to have the, anyways. And also, he did a video about setting a comfortable volume as well. So been just trying to be more nicer to my ears lately.
I get it.
So I definitely feel like the $150 was worth it. And what I do with my old Galaxy Buds is I have them permanently connected to my computer. So whenever I start live streaming, I don't have to worry about whether or not I have it's fully charged. It'll always be fully charged because I just only use it for this. Yeah.
I was going back and forth in the chat with Eric Drummond about Audible, and he says he listens to audiobooks on YouTube. I didn't know those existed. So yeah, I might have to hit those up. But I have an Audible account too.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's also how I listen to YouTube as well. I listen to it more than I watch it.
Yeah, me too. Especially at work. Yeah, I listen to a lot of YouTube.
Yeah. That's why I got a YouTube paid account.
Well, I'm not with you on that, but yeah. I listen to the ads.
Yeah, you do?
I mean, hey, people get their money. They get their AdSense out of me.
True. Well, they still get the AdSense if you pay for YouTube.
Oh, okay.
So next up is Tech Deals. And here we have an article by BGR by Myrna Estrada. And so here it talks about a whole bunch of Anchor products that are on sale right now.
I'm going to break Catwoman up before she goes into this. Let's just give Catwoman a round of applause today because she did everything on this podcast. I have been traveling and I have did nothing. So props to Catwoman for doing everything for the podcast. We appreciate you and we love you, Catwoman.
Right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hope everybody gets some value out of this today. So for a whole bunch of Anchor products that they have, the first one is the Powerline 3-in-1 cable lightning USB micro USB. That one is $11.24 and there's a coupon code. Okay. Then the next one is the Powerline 2 lightning cable. This one is 6 feet and this one's $9.49 and there's a coupon code for that on Amazon as well. And then for the Anchor 36-watt 2-port PIQ 3.0 Type-C wall charger, that one is $20.99. The Anchor 18-watt 3-amp USB wall charger, that one is $13.59. The Eufy Smart Plug 2-pack is $25.99. The Eufy Smart Light Switch with Alexa and Google for $17.99. The Anchor Soundcore Life Q10 wireless Bluetooth headphones, that one is $29.99. The Roav Smart Charger Halo 3-port USB 30-watt car charger for $13.99. the Soundcore Trans Bluetooth speaker for $99.99, so $100 instead of $150. The Anker Pro Core Slim 10,000 PD USB portable charger, $33.99. The Anker 10-watt PowerWave Pad wireless charger, $8.49.
And I like to say that I like the Boy Genius Report page or whatever. A lot of people don't, but I used to come there for tech deals and free Apple apps. Like they would give the free Apple apps of the day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool.
So nice stuff. They got pictures at the page or whatever. Did you link this? I'm sure. Yes.
Links is in the description. So definitely check that out. I thought somebody had a question about the deals. Okay.
No, that's just Tanna being crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of cool stuff. So let's get right on into the article.
Yay, articles.
Yeah, first one is by AndroidAuthority.com by Scott Brown. Wow, an easy name. TCL allegedly has concept phone with slide-out flexible display. Renders are here. So it's a regular phone that you can pull out and make it into a wider phone for more screen real estate. They got some pictures here. So this is what it looks like wide mode. And then
I'm very intrigued by this because although I didn't look up any of these articles, I have seen some of them in the past week. And well, this company intrigues me, but then this concept, I'm wondering how much of a crease are you going to have?
Yeah. I know, right? I was thinking that too. And then the weird thing about it is like it has 2 cameras in the front and then 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras in the back. That's a lot of cameras.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously you can't put a case on this because that would be very difficult to do so. And
Mike West says sliding phone coming back. Sliding phone coming back, but this is most definitely not your grandma's sliding phone, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. It reminds me of when Samsung did their Unpacked event and then they were talking about different types of prototype phones. And one of them was one that slid out, but it didn't look anything like this.
No,
it didn't make
not
the
at
phone
all.
wider. Yeah, no. It was like still like a thin profile. So I found that to be really cool. As far as dimensions, it doesn't say like it's a 7.2 inch and then it turns into a 16 inch or something like that. You know, doesn't say, but I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, but everybody's saying they're thinking it's just a concept for now. Maybe it'll turn into something. I don't know.
Yeah, they're just renders. There's nothing like in the physical form. But if TCL wants to take that on, I'm like, hey, go for it. That is really cool.
Yeah, because it's kind of like going back to the car show. There were so many concept cars that we were like, you couldn't open the doors of the concept cars. You couldn't, sit in them or do anything. It's just like, I just have to look at this. You could touch some of them. Some of them you could touch, but nothing more.
Mm-hmm. I have to say, I do like the color of this phone. It's like a psychedelic purple, turquoise, green.
It reminds me of that A-line Samsung phone, like the A50, the 51. If you get that black color that flip-flops, it looks like that.
It does, right? It looks really cool. Yeah. And what I like about it is that because it has that kind of psychedelic thing going on in the back, when you slide it out, it doesn't look as noticeable.
Right.
Yeah, because companies would usually just go with a black, like, oh, it's just black, it's seamless.
Black, yeah.
But this is more like a bold choice, but I think it works for it.
What Nubia phone that was, okay, LeBaron. LeBaron said he still wants the Nubia phone that was all screen. I don't remember that phone. I remember one that had a front and a back. I do remember a Xiaomi phone that was all screen all the way around.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Nubia, I know there was a front and a back, like it had screens on both the front and the back. That one right on the second row, third over. That's a front and a back phone.
Second row. Okay. Okay, so it has a display in the front and the back.
Yeah, but I don't know if he's talking about that or if he has that confused with the Xiaomi phone that's all the way around. Remember, we had it on here too. That was going for like $3,000 or $6,000 on eBay. Yeah,
so exponential. I couldn't do it. Yeah,
I think retail was $3,000, $6,000, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the phone right there, the Mi Alpha,
the Xiaomi Mi Alpha. Yeah, which is cool because you can use the back screen. I
looked at that one. It doesn't have the bands. That's the only reason I did not get that phone.
Oh, okay. I guess you would only want to use it for the cameras then for like a really good viewfinder. That's about it. Oh, LeBaron said he had it confused. He was thinking about the Xiaomi Mi Alpha.
Okay.
Okay.
Nubia has some nice stuff too, though.
Yeah.
But they're all they're all in bed together. They're all like Oppo and all the rest of them.
Yeah. Is that why they're able to keep the cost down?
What, to have different brands? I don't know. You usually have your different tiers, kind of like with Huawei, they have Honor. So Honor was more or less, most of the phones came to the US. But yeah. They ban one, they ban them all.
Yeah. LeBaron says that if it goes down to $1,000, he'll get it.
Put a pepper on it.
Oh.
Because you know I will find you one.
There has not been no pepper on something for a long time.
Right.
I just want to show the Alpha again.
Yeah, you can pull it up. That's a great idea. But yeah, that's awesome. Phone.
It's party.
And you wouldn't be able to protect it though.
You wouldn't. You have to have like you have to live in a cloud in order to use this. A
bubble boy.
Cloud. Yeah, live in a bubble. Wallace is considering the Vivo Nex 3. Oh, cool. I don't know what that one looks like.
In the building. Look, she said, I'm gonna pull it right up.
Why not? Oh, that one's pretty. Ooh, I like this.
That one looks like my phone. I considered that phone too. But for the price, but for the price, I was like, I'm gonna stick with Huawei because I had never had a Vivo phone.
Oh, I've heard good things about it.
What is Night Tech Reviews? He has that phone. I don't know if he still has it, but he had it. So,
okay.
Any questions can be directed his way. I don't think he's in the building today, but he's on Twitter.
Oh, LB say gonna put a pepper on it. He said deal. If it goes down to $1,000, he's gonna get the Xiaomi Mi Alpha. If not, pepper.
After speaking to his wife, I told him to put a pepper on it.
Yes, absolutely. So on to the next one. This one is 9 to 5 Mac, and it's by Chance Miller. Instagram CEO explains why the company hasn't developed an iPad app yet. So it says, we'd like to build an iPad app, but we only have so many people and lots to do, and it hasn't bubbled up as the next best thing to do yet. What do you think about that? Oh no, you froze. Oh no, you froze. Or is it me? Oh no. Did Kimmy freeze?
Just give me a second. I'm back. But either way.
Yeah.
I put this in the same category with iPads not having a calculator app on it by default. Like, what kind of craziness is that? Yeah, it doesn't. I've had to download a calculator app to every iPad I've owned. Wow. Why do they believe I don't need a calculator on an iPad? I have no clue. But I believe every social media app should have an iPad app for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you're making it compatible with the iPhone, you have to make it compatible with iPad and Mac, and just make it compatible with all of them. Like, what makes you say that it's not the next best thing to do? No, it's not the next best thing to do. It's the previous best thing you should have done. Like, It doesn't make sense to me. And they do have third-party apps on there, and then obviously you can use the website, but it's not the same. It's just not. And they need to stop lollygagging
Well, I use it. I
around.
use the iPhone, and I just times 2, like I have to do on every app that is not compatible, which makes no sense. Like,
Yeah. I feel like they're taking a tall glass of haterade and just spreading it all over. It doesn't make sense. There's plenty of people like that want this to be on iPad. Should have been done it. But that's what they're saying.
I love Apple, but they do take some of the most simple things and make them hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it took me years, and I'm a techie. It's maybe because I didn't dive in and look for it, but to be able to have my phone not light up when it gets notifications. It drives me nuts that my phone lights up. I have an Apple Watch. I don't need my phone to light up and tell me something. My watch is going to tell me. But I figured it out, but it just took me a while. It's not something easily done.
Yeah. Do you know how to upload pictures on Instagram on a browser, on a web browser?
I've never tried.
Okay. I'll show you how to do it. I'll show everybody how to do it right now. So you go to Instagram, right? And let's say I want to upload a picture. What you do is you want to bring up the inspect. So for Windows is F12. I don't know what it is for iPad. So basically the inspect tool that shows you kind of like the source code of it, but you can kind of click on it. Okay. And so after you hit F12 and you bring up the inspect, I don't know what it is on Safari, but you could do it the same way as well. Just hit the refresh button, F5. And then on the bottom, you have a little thing so you can upload a picture.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. So that's
I'm all about code and language and stuff. I'm weird like that. So
yeah. So that's how I'm able to, right after the podcast, post it up on Instagram without having to leave my computer or pull up my phone or something. Just do it from there. So, and it works with videos too, as well. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. So this is a tip from me to you.
There you go. There's a bonus.
Yeah. So if you are on Instagram and you're trying to figure out how to use something, or you want to use Instagram but you don't have the app, you can do it on Safari, you can do it on Chrome, upload your pictures that way. Oh, that's also how you send DMs as well. So like, for example, you hit F12. Oops.
Okay, just go into everything.
Why is it doing this? And F5. And then you can go into your DMs. Is it blocking it? Hold on. Is this something here? I'm trying not to hit the stop sharing. Okay, then you go to your DMs right here from your browser. So it's just like using it on the app. So yeah, it's a good one. Look, it's Isa.
I was gonna say shout out there.
Yeah.
I loved her tweet earlier today. It says there's 2 types of haters, men who hate female YouTubers. I thought that was so awesome.
Yeah.
One was just like, hey, take your clothes off, show me your nudes or something. And the other, I forget what the other one was, but I got a good laugh out of it. Oh yeah, women don't know anything about technology or something.
Yeah, it's kind of, this is also kind of a segue into our next article. This article is by Pop Sugar. It's how to build your unique brand with as a woman in tech. So I found that very interesting. But before we get into it, I want to answer Tanna's
I was gonna say.
He wants to know where I got my headband. So
I asked about your headband before we started the stream too. So
yeah. So I'll just show what it looks like. This is the Naruto headband from the Hidden Leaf Village. This is the village that Naruto is from. And you can get it on Amazon. And then I just put my little Catwoman pop figure on the side. So yeah.
I told her no headgear for me today. I was still literally I got on here 30 minutes after getting home. So
yeah. I couldn't find my cat ears, so I just improvised. So yeah, this article, it's not really an article because it's just like a, it just explains where it's from.
Very short, yeah.
Yeah, but I also put the link to the video on YouTube, which I thought it was kind of weird that they did that. They just put the video, they didn't really say much about it. But you guys can check out the video. It's less than 4 minutes long. And so it just talks about and she gives 3 different tips on how to brand yourself as a tech person. I kind of personally felt that the tips that she was given is actually kind of universal. It's not really only geared towards women. Anybody can take this information. And it's kind of like things that you figure out as you go along and you use the internet. So the first tip, so it's 3 keyframes. Understand what it means to be in tech. That's the first one. So, and what she says about it is, it's kind of like a dumb moment. So she says, innovation, constant change, and an entrepreneurial spirit, which I feel like those 3 things is just like when you go in business in general, you have to be innovative, constantly being adapted to changes, and have an entrepreneurial spirit. Then the second one is focus on your strengths and key differentiators, which I believe is also the same thing when you go into business or you're trying to build a brand. You always want to set yourself apart from others, because if not, everybody could just go to the same person. And then the third one is build your social capital through online platforms. So use all the platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook. Use it all. So those are the tips. But I think that if you are the kind of person that just wants to hear it from a woman, I like her voice.
And some people are like that.
Yeah. When I first found this, it only had 3 views, but now it's at 130 views and it's unlisted. So it's not a video that you can find just anywhere. You can only find it in this article. Okay. Yeah. And also this person, her name is Reina Singh, and she's the founder of Boss Women Collective. And let me go to her site, because I went to her site. It's pretty cool. I love the color scheme of it. It's very, very pretty. It's a very pretty site. And it's very, very mobile friendly as well. And they do different types of blogs. It's not only about social media and building a brand. It's just like overall type things. So check it out. I think it's a pretty cool thing to check out.
Yeah, I believe there's a happy medium in there, because you don't want to completely, not saying she said any of these things because I haven't watched the video, but you don't want to completely, I'm all about girl power, feminist movement, and all that stuff. But at the same time, you want to make yourself open to everybody. And so you have to be marketable to everybody.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. Because you don't want to be to the point to where another business wants to collaborate with you, but they're like, oh, they won't, it's not a good person to collaborate with because they're only focused on this little niche.
Right.
Yeah. But those are,
I thought some good stuff in there.
Yeah, like just core things to just, sometimes it's just good to go back to the basics.
Yep.
Yeah. I hope that everybody here found it useful, whether you're a lady or not. LeBaron says, those are all the business ingredients. Yeah, and LeBaron would know because he has a business. Well,
he's the popcorn king.
Yes. I want to be like him.
I want to eat all of his popcorn.
Oh, I know, right? Discipline. So the next article is by curbonsecurity.com. And who's the name of the person that wrote it? It doesn't say. Okay, so the title of it says, pay up or we'll make Google ban your ads. So basically what they do is they go to somebody's website, right? And they'll see that they have Google banner ads. They'll find their email and they'll send them an email and they'll say, hey, we noticed that you have Google banner ads. if you don't give us $5,000 in Bitcoin, let me take this Catwoman off because she keeps trying to fall out. If you don't give us $5,000 in Bitcoin, we are going to flood your site, and that is going to make Google ban you from adding Google banner ads because they think that you're trying to cheat the system. Right? And it can actually be done. Like anybody can like flood a site, you know, they call it DDoSing and things like that. But what you're going to want to do is if you get this type of extortion email, don't reply to it. Contact Google, send them a screenshot of this email. They might actually want you to forward this email so that way they can check where it's coming from, the IP, and basically like the metadata that's inside of it. And if your site does get flooded all of a sudden with bots or whatever, they'll know that it's not you, it's that you're being extorted. And then what they're also trying to do is actually find the people that are behind this. So,
I have this may or may not be related, but a few months ago, Tanna and I were on somebody's live stream. I won't mention who it is because, I mean, they didn't do anything wrong, but have you ever been on a live stream where it was just like our live stream? We got like 20, 30 people here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a flood of hundreds of people come in at one time and just start posting.
No, I've never seen that before.
This happened. We were on a tech stream and this happened. This totally happened. And numbers got up to like 200 and something.
Wow.
And then
all of a sudden there was these weird comments.
They were commenting, but it was just like they weren't commenting on like topic related. You know, it wasn't related, you know?
Yeah.
And so me and Tanna became mods at that point because the person needed everybody they could to mod this thing.
Wow.
And then they slowly all left out. It was really weird. Never experienced anything like it ever.
So you think it could have been someone that had a vendetta against that person and like paid a bot to like spam them?
Well, it happened there, but then going over to another stream, it happened to somebody else's stream that same night. So I don't know if they were just hopping live stream to live stream, but I was like, what's the benefit to that?
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't.
Other than it creates this suspicious traffic that you were talking about.
Yeah, probably. So because AdSense is not only tied to websites, it's also tied to YouTube. So maybe they were probably trying to do the same thing to that person's AdSense, but they probably couldn't figure it out. And they were like, whatever, and gave up.
It was completely amazing, though, just to sit and experience it. It was crazy.
Oh my gosh, that sounds just really creepy.
And if you're not there, but I mean, these people were saying things.
Yeah, but it was off topic, you said, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we had to become mods that night, but it's just like, wow.
Wow, well, good thing you guys were there to help out. That's crazy.
Oh, I'll help on anybody's stream. I don't care. Because I would want the same. Like, if I didn't have people to mod, I'd be like, hey, can somebody help me, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So the link is in the description on here. It also has a link to the help center, to the Google Help Center if you experience some type of thing, or if you want to just check it out. But yeah.
There's 32 comments on this article.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. I was scrolling up. I'm like, And someone said here, interesting. We haven't heard of an extortion like this one before. Hopefully the measures and Team Google has in place are efficient and fast when resolving regarding this sort of thing. I wonder how many people, if any, actually pay the random. I think they meant ransom.
Ransom, yeah.
And then the person underneath it says, the will report your YouTube video / channel has been around for a while, and this is just seems to be one removed version of that. It doesn't surprise me in the slightest. And given I've heard about Google's response in general, the fast and efficient will be turning it off, not turning it on again. And that's what they're banking on, that Google will ban them from doing any type of AdSense.
That's crazy.
It just sucks when like people just randomly choose you to play with your money. Now, if it's somebody who has a vendetta against you, you could kind of weed it out. But these random attacks is just crazy. I don't even have Google banner ads on my website anymore. And it's just because I just didn't want to deal with the headache of the GDPR and all that stuff. So,
Okay.
yeah, check out the comment section, y'all. Next article. Pink. Pink. I'm so excited. I can't even read the title. So, Nintendo announces first new Switch Lite color since its launch. It's a pink coral version. This is by Sam Bifford on The Verge. Oh, that pink color is so pretty.
It is.
And then, so it comes in a turquoise, a gray, pink, and a yellow. It's funny because when I showed this to my daughters, they thought that the yellow one looked cool, and you have.
I have the yellow one, yeah. And I only got it because it was the cheapest one on eBay, new. But I did like the turquoise. Would I have waited? No, because I probably wouldn't have got it discounted. So,
yeah,
I like to have a certain color, but it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, you had a really good a good deal for it, so I understand.
Yeah. But yeah, that's very pretty though. If I would have loved to put a Tecmo sticker on the back of the pink one, but
a pink Tecmo sticker.
But I would have still put the gray on there. I like the contrasting colors. You know, I have a gray one on my yellow one.
It'll make you pop. So if anybody wants to get it, yay!
If you've been waiting, now's the time.
Yeah. If you've been waiting for a pink one. This is like a really cool Valentine's Day gift too. Like a post Valentine's Day.
Do you see how they threw that little shade up under the article though?
Yeah, unlike the upcoming Animal
Crossing.
No, it
says it's so 2019. Scroll all the way up.
I see.
No, come up. Go all the way up. It's up under the title of the article.
It's so 2019. Mm-hmm. First and foremost, you're not about to talk about my pink like that, okay? I think I might just get it just for myself. Like, we already have 2 regular Switches, but to have a pink one.
Well, see, and I'm not going to game on TV anyway, so that's why I was okay with getting a light.
Yeah. I did buy something else. I'll talk about it later.
Oh!
So next article, this was sent to us by Dexter Cumberbatch. He has 2 articles in here. The next one is by him too. So the title of it says, they met on a dating app. Then he robbed a bank on their first date and forced her to be the getaway driver.
Now, hold on. Before we go into that, I'm going to say, Wallace, they probably won't make a red one because the original Switch had like the side thingies that were red and blue. So I doubt you'll get a red one. Go ahead.
Yeah, and they seem to be geared more towards like pastel colors.
Pastel colors, yeah.
Yeah. Like light. So
I read this to Tanna over the weekend because when it came to me, I was like, wow, I've had some bad dating app dates, but nothing on this level.
Yeah. This girl has an experience for a lifetime. Like if there was ever going to be a worse date, I don't think anybody could ever be a worse date for her ever in her life. This one is the one forever. So this is a CNN article by Scotty Andrew, and this happened in Massachusetts, of all places.
Oh, wow.
Funny. I lived in Massachusetts.
I know.
I don't see anything like that happening in Massachusetts. Hey,
Sean Williams says he doesn't see the problem. She can't say it was a boring first date.
But I don't think going to jail.
Yeah, it's not on her list of to-do things, you know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, would this stop you from checking out dating apps if something like this happened to you?
Oh, wow. He got 3 years. It could have. That's all.
Good.
I know. Yeah. I'm like, that's all. That might be why he's out here dating. Like he.
Mm-hmm. So would this prevent you from going on a dating app again?
This was a different one. He got sentenced to 3 years for the one he committed in 2016. So he hadn't been sentenced for this one yet.
Oh, so it's more than one bank
his
robbery.
First. Yeah, he's committed. Oh, okay. King Mike says that's how he met his wife. You and Spectacular Gadgets need to stop. She said that on the stream the other night too.
Talk about Bonnie and Clyde.
I gave up on dating apps a while ago, only because like I could meet the same weirdos in a bar. I feel like I didn't meet half the guys. I can count on one hand how many guys I met, and I tried maybe 4 or 5 dating apps. I'm really cautious about who I'll meet in person. So
yeah,
I can't see that I would go back to that ever.
That's how I met Mr. Catwoman.
I know. I did OkCupid too. It just didn't work for me.
Yeah. I just needed somebody that was tech savvy like me. If you could at least have a conversation with me online, I'm like, okay, that's a good first
I can say that's one of the sites that I met no one from.
Oh yeah?
No one I met no one in person. Like one guy was unemployed. And I'm not trying to say that to me, you got bigger fish to fry than being on a dating app if you don't have a job. You know?
Yeah. That's true.
But, you know.
That was he was the only person I met on OkCupid. I didn't meet anybody else.
I didn't meet a soul there.
I tried Match.com because I thought, hey, if you're willing to pay.
Yeah. I tried it when it was free, like they had a free weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I met a guy and I think we were related. So
what? What?
You know, you can see some. Okay, my dad's side of the family is really strong genes, like really, really strong genes. So to see somebody from my dad's side of the family, I know if that's my cousin. And so I did actually meet this person, and I was like, he looks like my family. And so I was like, you got people in Pageland, South Carolina? He was like, yeah. Nah, dog. It's cool. So.
Eric Drummond said he's already scared of dating apps.
It could be entertaining. I used it more for entertainment value because people are crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure people thought I was crazy too. I am crazy.
I'm kind of fearless in certain things. Like the fact that I moved from Massachusetts to Florida and had no family. And I'm like, I'm going to make a life here. I'll figure it out.
What made you pick Florida?
Well, it was cheaper. And I was able to keep the same job because the company that I work for opened an office in Florida. And they had already been open for a year down here. So I'm like, I'm tired of this cold weather. I'm tired of shoveling snow.
Somebody put Tech King Mike in timeout. He says he's still on a dating app, and I know him to be married. I am not on any dating apps, and I'm not married. So
yeah,
it's a respect thing.
Know, you want to know something funny? A year after we met each other on OkCupid, Mr. Catwoman and we made a bet to go on OkCupid and see how many replies we would get, how many people would slip into our DMs.
Stop.
I was getting mad messages and he didn't get one. It was so bad. And then I just
who does that again. Though? Well, as a couple who's like, let's sit around and see how many times we can get hit on.
No, me and him, we are so funny as far as like being secure in our relationship that we'll tell each other like, yeah, I flirted with somebody. They're like, ooh, how'd it go? Oh, and then I'll joke about like, ooh, who do I need to cut today? Yeah, let me go get my knife.
He says it's called Wells Fargo shared banking. Oh boy. Oh, remind me to share something after we finish. We only have 3 more articles. That's why I don't mind getting off sub.
Yeah.
But yes, I have something.
Go
ahead.
Oh yeah. I know. Two Phones said I stopped dating dating online a long time ago. Here's one of the other benefits of dating online. Is that if you try to find somebody like because your friends recommended you or something, what if it doesn't work out? Then it's kind of awkward in your circle. But if you date somebody that like nobody else knows, if it doesn't work out, they're not in your inner circle of friends or family or whatever. You guys could just wipe the slate clean and just move on.
The older I get, though, the more I can do that. Like, a lot of my exes contact me for tech advice. Like, the only ex I don't get along with is my ex-husband. Everybody else, I can walk away from a situation and be like, you know what, this didn't work out. I wish you the best or whatever. And there's no hard feelings. So I usually don't have those kind of awkward kind of, oh my God, I hate him. And he says, I hate her. I don't really have those kind of deals. I'm weird.
I'm not as cool as you. I can admit that.
Well, I will bounce before it gets bad. You have to leave before it gets bad. If it gets bad and you stay, that's when it gets terrible. Like you can't even have a conversation. But yeah, to this day, I will have somebody hit me up out the blue like, hey, I'm about to buy a phone. Should I get this or should I get that? And all of my exes are married, for the record. So none of them want me. But yeah.
Well, I don't mind saying my flaws. I'm a stayer. That's one of those bad qualities about me. I'll stay even though it's bad.
No, I'll bounce even to be alone. It's not that I bounce to be with another person. I feel like I have to find myself when I get out of a relationship. So usually I put a good year or something in there before I start dating somebody else. But
I have a breaking point, but my tolerance level is really high. And it's like, how could you do that? It's called cognitive dissonance.
I can't give anybody that much power because if you get them to the point where you hate them, then that's extra energy. Like, I'd rather just move on from the situation and be like, you know what? You're good people, but you're just not my person. I need to find my person. You need to find your person. And let's just move on.
You're so mature. I love it.
Oh, it makes me sound old, right?
So wise.
No, it took me a long time to get here. We're a girl. It took me a while to get here. The marriage thing, though, that's kind of different. Yeah. But it's not anything that's personal to me. It's personal to my child. So that's the problem I have with him. Nothing. I could care less about what happened after us. So enough about me. Let's move on. Enough about us. That's my article. I had the other one. Okay, we'll go to that one now.
Baby Yoda makes it into dictionary.com's list of new slangs. You know, and the funny thing is that people are like, oh, Baby Yoda, dictionary.com is doing you a favor. No, Baby Yoda is doing you a favor.
Heck yeah.
Like, that's the only way the dictionary stays relevant by, latching all to these new, what they call slangs. It's not slang.
It's funny.
It's not a slang. This funny you mention this. Yeah.
Because maybe a week or two ago, somebody asked me, do you own a dictionary? And I was like, no. And they said, well, what dictionary app do you have on your phone? I said, none. Like, I used to have dictionary.com. I used to have that app on every phone. Not anymore.
Oh, you just go to Google and just type the word and it'll say the meaning.
Exactly.
What's the point? And then now Google has this new feature, which I love. You type in the word and then you type in the word and then right after it, you put pronounce. And it'll have an audio of how to pronounce whatever word you're trying to pronounce. I do that with names to make sure I'm pronouncing names right. Before, I used to have to go to pronouncenames.com. And yes, they pronounced my name wrong. So I went in there and put down exactly how to pronounce Miguelina. Me too. So, aside from Baby Yoda, and they're also giving shade to Baby Yoda because they're like, his name is really the child.
Yes.
The nickname he will always be
Baby Yoda to me.
First and foremost, when the show first came out, they didn't even call it the child on the first episode. So everybody just started calling him Baby Yoda. What are you supposed to
He is so adorable to me.
Yes, he is. And then so there's Visco Girl, OK Boomer, Megxit. Which other ones on here? I guess that's it. Those are all the ones that are on there right now. But yeah.
I had to apologize to Baby Yoda on behalf of Tanna for being so rude while we were up. But, you know.
Oh, was he abusing Baby Yoda?
He threw Baby Yoda in the floor.
Tanna, you're not supposed to do that.
I said, this is your child. You do not throw your child in the floor.
Exactly. Did you see that $350 life-size Baby Yoda?
Listen, I passed up on, you know, they have all the pre-orders. Some people have them in hand. So somebody was selling one on eBay for $87. No, $97. 97 bucks. And I was just like, no, I'm not doing it. I want it, but I'm not doing it. So 97 bucks. And there is somebody has one in hand right now. 400, 121. Like they are up there. Like they know the supply and demand on this thing. So I'm like, I can wait.
For it to drop?
Yep. I'm sure it'll be a while, but I'll get one sooner or later. Yeah.
In the meantime, you have your little
I got my head, yeah. Yeah, and he's soft and cushy. And he loves me. And he loves you too, Tanna. He loves you.
Aww.
Don't be so mean.
So cute.
I love you, Daddy. I love you.
So this article was also brought to us by Dexter Cumberbatch. Appreciate you. I love it when he be just linking us to random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He linked me to a pink manta, and it just made me think about Aquaman and Black Manta. All right, on to the next article. This one is by thedrum.com by John McCarthy. Wow, everybody had easy names today. The universe.
Did you skip over the Nintendo PlayStation article or no?
Oh, was that one?
I have it in here.
Oh,
the 420K one.
Oh, let me see.
Oh, I mean, if you don't want to, I mean, I didn't quite understand it to begin with. But
I didn't understand it either.
I was like, who's selling a Nintendo PlayStation for 420K?
Yeah, it's a Nintendo. It's a Nintendo made by PlayStation. Weird. Okay. So this article by The Drum by John McCarthy. Angry Birds and Duolingo mascot chirp together in branded app crossover. Yay! Oh, this is awesome, especially with all the memes about Duolingo.
Why does he look so angry in that picture?
Well, they call him the passive aggressive bird because he'll be like, "Have you studied the language today?" And so people were doing memes
I used
about
to use this app.
Yeah, me too. And then people used to make funny memes about like, "Oh, he gonna kill your family if you don't study your language," or stuff like that. So, this is cool. They're gonna be doing a crossover app together. And I'm excited for it. I think that it's creative. It keeps them both relevant. And so I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's like cool because they're not waiting for each other to like be old and nobody cares about or checking for them. So, yeah.
Does anybody use this app but me and Catwoman?
Oh, of course. I'm sure a lot of other people try Duolingo, especially to say, "Oh, I know a little bit of Spanish. I've been doing the Duolingo, but it's not working." It made my Spanish better. I know. I noticed.
So we have to address the elephant in the room that somebody brought up earlier, talking about this Z Flip, right?
Yeah.
First of all, If you want to purchase a Z Flip, they're sold out. But you can get one on Swapper for the nice price of, there's a glare.
$2,000?
Yes, ma'am. $2,000.
Oh my God. Before taxes?
Before taxes.
Ah.
This is the markdown. It was 3Gs earlier.
But after the video from Jerry Rigs Everything, it went down a G.
No. It started today at 3Gs.
Oh, okay.
No, it started yesterday at 3Gs. I'm sorry.
You think people actually gonna buy it?
Oh, people are asking for retail. Somebody said $17.25. No. Somebody said I'll give you 12 shiny rocks and $100.
What? Well, it doesn't say here that someone has bought it. Yeah.
But if you click it, I was going down the comments and just scroll down.
11 comments. LOL. I'll give you 12 shiny rocks and $100. Calm down, bruh. 661. And the seller said, I love shiny rocks and may even consider a box of golden retriever puppies. And I apologize for the $2,099. I fat fingered it on the tiny phone screen and didn't even realize it. That's my problem. I fat finger things all the time. Would you like $1,700? $300 less for the purple seems reasonable. Somebody said $1,725. And this person said, please ensure that the comments posted on this listing are appropriate for the guidelines. Further comments that violate our guidelines could have negative effect on your account. I guess that's towards the person who said LOL.
No, that comes from the seller who says they like puppies too. Like, you got to keep it related to the topic if you're trying to sell. Yes.
I know, right? I could do $1,399 since that's retail. Let me know. This person's trying to make a profit. This ain't a charity.
Well, the fact that the buyer is going to have to pay taxes.
And pay for the shipping.
Well, the shipping's included in the price.
Oh,
that's how Swapper works, yeah.
Oh, okay. I should know this. I've bought from Swapper before. Picture never opened. La, 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 la. Oh, they took it at work.
Yeah, they're like, I got this bad boy. Hey, this got to go. I just picked it up.
Make that shmoney.
Mm-hmm.
Shmoney.
So after watching Jerry Riggs' video, and I don't know if I watched the other character who said it was plastic over thin glass. How much do you value this phone to be worth to you?
$800.
Reasonable.
Yeah. And okay, considering the whole Pablo Escobar phone,
that's what I was gonna say. I'd even go lower than that to say what it's truly worth. But I know they got to make a profit. So that's why I was like, okay, I can roll with the 800 because they got to make a profit.
And you and I never talked about the Pablo Escobar Fold 2, right?
Right.
Yeah. So basically, everybody's seen the Mr. Who the Boss video is.
Right.
Considering that they're selling it for $350, $450.
No, it's $399, but it's $400 all day long.
Yeah.
The first one is $350, I believe, and the second one is $399.
Yeah. So I mean, they could still get a profit. Samsung would still get a profit off of it,
right?
If you sold it for $800. But damn, the margins must be like 100%.
Yeah.
The margins, you want that luxury life? You better pay us that 100% margin.
But it's luxury in a flip. Like, who would have thought flip was luxury?
Yeah, right?
We just talked about your kids getting clowned for having a flip phone.
Well, I haven't asked them what their friends think about the flip phone. Maybe I should ask them.
They probably don't bring it out in front of their friends.
Yeah, probably. But I'm not gonna call them in here because I already told them before the podcast started. Don't come in.
Yeah, I heard you. I was like listening to that great parenting session going on over there.
I told him I'll take away your flip phone.
The man Moses says $750. $750.
$750. Okay, I can rock with that. I think that's a reasonable price. $1,399 or $80. No gracias.
I'm still anti $1,000 phone, so
yeah. I call it PLASS. PLASS. Sorry, I have ice in my mouth.
Excuse me. Why do you call it that? Ice in your mouth?
Because it's plastic and glass. PLASS.
I call it Glastic.
Oh, Glastic. I like that one too.
Well, that's what the A line is made of. They said the backs of them are Glastic. Yeah.
Oh, let me go get what I purchased. Hold on, I'll be right back.
So Catwoman has made a purchase that she has not revealed during the stream like she did earlier. You know, we listed off our tech purchases for the week. So I sit here with my one lowly purchase. Tech loving mama. She has 3. So she got the money this week. But man, Moses, I wouldn't pay for the S20 Ultra either. $1,000, no. Not on any phone. What is this? Okay. Is it a keyboard or you bought the whole thing? Why can't I hear you?
I muted myself.
All right.
Sorry. Okay. I finally gave in and got the Folio keyboard case for my iPad. Before I bought a cheap one for like $15 that had a keyboard, but I decided to get the Folio. Is this what?
It has a smart thing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way mine is too.
And you could put the pencil here if I had one. Yeah, but I don't have it. And actually, yeah, that's your Folio. Actually, I got the refurbished version.
So and Dexter, no, I have not paid $1,000 for a Huawei phone either. Not $1,000.
Yeah,
I won't.
So I paid only $60. No, yeah, $60 for it. It's 57 and some change.
Mike said he talking and we ain't responding. What did you say that we missed? Unless I saw when you were talking about the dating stuff, but we moved on after that.
He said, I mean, it's not necessarily a flip phone more as it is a folding display. We've had curved screens for almost 5 years now. This was the next step. Oh, yeah. Can I say I'm so happy they did away with the curved screen?
I love my curved screen. I'm not going to let you plaster it like that.
No.
I didn't like it. Okay. I did not like it on the last curved screen I had. I liked it on the Note Edge. I love it on this phone.
Yeah.
But it's deep waterfalls, and then it controls my volume on either side. So I can be on either side of the phone and just tap, and I can control the volume. So I don't know. I just don't have false touches or anything like I did with my other phone.
I don't have false touches. What I have is when I'm using the pen,
I don't have
when I go to the edge, it dips over, and I'm like, this is so annoying. Look at this.
Yeah, I have a pen too. I have a pen that worked with my old Huawei, works with this one, but I don't use it often. I know you're a Pen S master.
Oh yeah.
But
love the Pen S.
I don't use the S Pen, Pen S, as we call it, at all.
Mm-hmm.
Mike is mad. The only problem I have with the Escobar phone is they want you to transfer money into their account. I'm like, no, dog. If this was PayPal, I'm Gucci with it. Like, go
Wait,
try
so you
to
can't just
go pull up the website right now. Let's act like we're gonna buy one. We'll do this on so y'all can see what this is like because I did it. Excuse me. Most definitely, Tanna.
Okay, I added to cart.
Okay. View your cart.
Dang. Does it even tell you if you have something in your cart?
No.
Okay.
Proceed to checkout.
What? Direct bank transfer?
Yes.
Or cryptocurrency? If that is not about the shadiest thing I've just seen. What? I am not giving you my banking information. No.
Hey, and big house, I would have bought it. He talking about with a dead drug lord wallpaper. I can change the wallpaper.
Yeah, true.
400 though. That's the only way I'd risk getting a phone that I know is gonna tear up. 400.
It's funny how he made a book about himself. Like, this is my autobiography. I was in jail.
The only problem I have with trade-ins is I paid for that phone. So I'm not trading you a phone that I paid over $1,000 for another phone that's $1,000. So no.
That's why I will keep my phones.
Doing swapper or whatever and selling my phones that way. But I haven't owned a Samsung since, I got the A80 last year. And that was what, $500?
Mike said that's why you give them a green dot card. They don't take a card. They want your banking information.
Yeah, they want you to transfer it through the bank.
Yeah, they want you to do a wire transfer from your bank to their bank.
Mm-hmm. What?
Or use crypto. They take Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. No gracias.
Nobody said what Tech King Mike said he heard. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know.
I'm trying to take this off. Stop tapping it. We're both tapping it at the same time.
Sorry.
So yeah, no bank transfers. We're not doing that.
Green dot checking information. Don't ask me how I know.
And Eric said, well, somebody check and see if they're on Amazon. No, Eric, these phones are not on Amazon.
No, they're not. So for every card that you get, it has its own banking information, its own routing number, and
so Green Dot has checking routing numbers and stuff.
I mean, okay, Green Dot.
I learned something new today. But am I really going to jump through all those hoops?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they'll still have your mailing address unless you send it to a P.O. box or something. So sketchy. So sketch.
Yeah, when I saw it was like a transfer, I was like,
right?
I ain't trying to lose my job behind no phone, dog. Like,
oh my gosh. That would be the worst. The absolute worst.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was pretty entertaining to me. Between that and that upsell on that flip phone. He said, use it for a direct deposit, burner address. Come on, Mike.
Mike has a secret life.
Yeah, Mike giving up all the business.
Mm-hmm.
What else we need to know, Mike? What else we need to know about you? What you got going on? You wrote a book about your alternate life?
Mm. He said, come on, I'm trying to give y'all the game. I'm standing over a stove now.
Let me guess. Are you making a cake? Lord, please. Oh. So here's some randomness.
Yeah.
So I listen to podcasts at work. Big surprise there, right? One of my coworkers said, "Hey, you need to listen to Imagined Life. It's a podcast on Apple Podcasts." So I downloaded it. And they also have advertisements on here. Okay? Stay with me. So Imagine Life is more or less like the first one I read was called The Wife. And they gave you this scenario where you're trying to figure out who you are through this whole scenario. It gives you the person's whole life, things they went through, and the whole nine. I figured it out about halfway through that this was Princess Diana. So that was cool. Then I got an advertisement that said, "Hey," I'm trying to find which one it was. It's like, "Hey, if you like this podcast, you might like this other podcast. It's called Dying for Sex." So stay with me. It is how it sounds, but it's not. This woman has stage 4 breast cancer. And when she found out, she was in a place where she felt like she wasn't happy in her marriage. So she decided that she was going to do things to make herself happy. She divorced her husband. They're still cordial. He's remarried. She's cool with him and his new wife. Like, because she didn't start off with stage 4 cancer. She just started off with cancer. Like, she found a lump and they told her she was too young to have breast cancer. So she's 30-something years old, stage 4 breast cancer. She's terminal, the whole deal. So we were talking about dating apps and whatnot. So she started going on these dating apps and just dating these random guys, not telling them that she's terminal or anything, but she was put on this medication that's supposed to kill your sex drive, but it kicked hers into high gear. So yeah, she's up here sexually now, and that was one of the reasons her marriage didn't work out, because they were always in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
So they went their own separate ways. So she's meeting these guys, and when she first started out, everything was online. So she was basically having virtual, like, Snapchat sex and stuff with these people. And then it turned into, I'm going to go out on dates with these people and actually have sex with some of these people. So it's very, 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 because she gives you stories of real case scenarios, dates she's gone out on, and things that happen.
So her podcast is about herself.
Well, it's her and her best friend. Her best friend produces it or whatever, but it's basically about herself and everything she's gone through since she got cancer.
Wow, that sounds really interesting.
Dying for Sex, yeah.
That is a name. Like, that is a name that'll really pop out.
Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, you're sad for her at the same time, because she said some days, she feels great, and then some days she feels like crap.
Yeah.
She says she's done the opposite of everybody else. You find out you're dying, you link on to people like, "No, don't leave me." Like, you would think she'd link on to her husband, like, "Don't leave me." And she kind of just started pushing people away, and yeah.
Oh, wow. Well,
she's really being judged on it,
so far.
Yeah. She's really being judged by it, though, because if you look at the comments under the podcast, some people are like, "Oh, this is great. Glad you're doing this." And other people are like, "This is so slutty. Why are you doing this? Like, you don't listen respect to yourself anymore." Yeah.
I don't understand people that do that kind of stuff. A lot of these content that people say are like bad, you choose to watch them. You choose to click on it and listen, and then be like, you're wrong for that. No, you're wrong for that. Just
I'm gonna listen to every episode of this podcast. It is so like, I got locked in straight away.
Yeah. I don't know if I can listen to stuff like that at work.
It's not. It's not like,
it's not graphic
like that. It's not that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. It's just like a journey.
Right. I could say things that have happened on that podcast on here. It's not
okay.
Like, yeah. It's not like reading an erotic book or anything. No.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking. I was like, an erotica.
Nah, not at all. But I was literally laughing out loud at work, and people were like, "What the hell is wrong with her?" Because it was that funny to me.
I love it when that happens, when you just randomly start laughing and people are looking at you like, what is wrong with her?
Yeah.
It's like, listening to
I was
something
like, I stumbled
hilarious.
upon a gold mine. I was telling people at work, you gotta listen to this.
Yeah.
And
Michael
I think
Pepper
it's on.
Talks.
Yeah, I saw it at the same time. I think it's on Spotify. So if you Google it though, it comes up. Dying for Sex podcast. Yeah. So.
All right.
Yeah, that's her the Wondery thing. Cause see, Wondery charges people, whereas I'm on Apple and I'm listening to it for free.
Wow. Okay, so she is on Overcast. I want to say what this is. Republic Podcast. What is this one? Spotify, Apple Podcast. It doesn't show Google. She's not on Google.
Yeah, but you see, there's a play button right there. You can listen to it right there.
Yeah. Okay. See, this is something that I don't get. That's really weird. Certain podcasts will charge you, and certain ones won't. But it's available everywhere.
This is under this whole Wondery thing, which Wondery charges you a flat fee to listen to all their podcasts. But I'm not subbed over there or anything. But I can listen to it everywhere else for free. So why would I subscribe to Wondery?
This is kind of like a bad business plan, I think.
Well, you should definitely listen if you have a while.
Oh, I will. I'm interested in stuff like that. Just people's journey through difficult times. I don't know. I've been liking reality a little bit more than fiction lately.
Yeah. And then the one I was telling you about, the imagination thing or whatever it's called. Look, I didn't even remember that one. The one Imagined Life is the other podcast. And you learn things about people. Like I think another one I listened to was Vladimir Putin ended up being the other character. He was like the soldier. So they put a title up. You listen to the whole thing, and sometimes you can figure them out before they end, and sometimes you can't.
Do they give fake names when they talk about these people, or
they don't give a name at all? Because it's you.
Like he or she.
You're like okay. I. So you're trying to
okay. That is pretty.
No, Donna, she has breast cancer, not a terminal STD.
One would think that by the name, yeah.
You have to scroll back a little bit. I just gave the whole scenario of what she's going through.
They're calling it STDs again. I thought they were calling it STIs now.
What's STI?
Sexually transmitted infections instead of a disease.
Well, all of them truly infections?
Well, the ones that are bacterias are, because they can go away.
No, I've always known them as STDs, so I'll probably always call them STDs.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're always changing something, you know?
I stopped calling them STDs too when they started changing to STIs because it reminds me of short-term disability.
Wow. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah. I feel like they kind of have a monopoly in my head right now. So I don't want to be thinking about
if we weren't abbreviating everything, we'd be fine.
Oh my God. It reminds me of that commercial where they abbreviated every single word. Like they even abbreviated I. How can you abbreviate I? If you say I, it's not an abbreviation.
Well, Michael Pepper, this is a podcast as well. Even though you're watching it on YouTube, you might say you don't listen to it. He said that's the first podcast he's going to listen to. But a lot of people listen to us. They don't all come to YouTube and watch us.
Yeah.
I listen the next morning. Yeah. So you got the man Moses laughing about short-term disability. Hey, I would have never put them together.
Yeah, that just lets you know what kind of field I work in. Oh yeah, so our 6-month anniversary was on the 13th. of this month. I'm like, yay!
You all kinds of mushy like I am. I do 6-month anniversaries and weird stuff like that too.
Yeah, my daughter was like, 6 months? I've been in school for 6 months? Like, that's what you're thinking about?
Yeah, right. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. I remember doing the first one on my birthday, or was it the second one? Either way, I know all that happened around then.
Yeah. Big House said, the I is silent, Tech Valor. He's talking about abbreviations.
Yeah, I'm with Eric Drummond. Why? But everything's always changing, Eric. So that's probably why they're trying to change it.
Yeah.
Things get a bad rep, and it's just like, oh, we're not going to call it this anymore. We're going to call it that.
Yeah. Yeah, like remember multiple personalities? Now it's called
bipolar?
DID. No, bipolar is still bipolar.
I know, I'm messing. I'm sorry.
It's DID. It stands for dissociative identity disorder. And I'm like, I feel like that's more confusing to understand. Just go back to multiple personalities.
Yeah.
Techie Mike said, Eric is preaching. I want to act up. Why would you want to act up while somebody's preaching?
He said, Eric preaching. I want to act up. But my wife will kill us, so don't push me. Look, Tech King Mike, I needed y'all to be on that stream the other night when LB's wife was going in.
Oh man, that stream was so much fun.
LB, I love your wife. Like meeting her in person just took it up to a whole. Catwoman has to meet her. Everybody needs to meet LB's wife.
Yeah.
Because we all think LB is crazy, but I think I know who wears the pants over there after that stream.
Yeah.
So.
And usually we go on for 2 hours. We went on for over 3 hours.
Yeah, it was over 3 hours. But most of it was them. Like we could have let them have their own show. Like
yeah. Mad fun.
Oh wow. He said in the hood we still say you got that bump, lump, or that die slow.
The die slow.
Man. Yeah, that's what we used to say about AIDS. As I die slowly, yeah.
I don't ever remember it being called that.
Called what? AIDS?
The die slow. The die slow, yeah.
Man, everybody had their nicknames for everything. Still do. Kind of like the Mandalorian. We saw with the child.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna call it what they want to call it, regardless of how you feel about it.
Yep. Should have gave the child a name.
You come on and you don't call the child anything, we're gonna name the child.
Yeah. Oh, October season 2 is gonna be on
March 24th.
Wait, what? Season 2 is on March 24th?
That's what my brother sent me this morning. I can send you a screenshot.
Yes, please. I thought it was October.
I'm just telling you what my brother sent me. I don't know how true it is, but I was so excited this morning. I turned to Tanna. I was like, guess what?
He looked at you.
He likes the Mandalorian. He just doesn't like the child.
Yeah,
but he says it's my fault as well.
See, Mandalorian season 2 release date. Baby Yoda species, what we know, released October 2020. Look at this picture. Let me write March 24. See what happens. No.
Or maybe he did it just to mess with me.
Oh, that's just where Mandalorian was going to be in the UK.
Ah.
Yeah. But not season 2.
You know, it's kind of like when he sends me tech articles and I'm like, I covered this on my podcast months ago. Yeah, he does that a lot too.
He's like Internet Explorer. I love those memes about Internet Explorer.
And Mike, I saw that too. I think I even posted a article about that sometime last week. Look at Big Head. Big Head, we already talked about the Pablo phone now.
Yeah, we did. We're about to buy.
You gonna let them transfer out your account, though?
Yeah. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And if I did, Mr. Catwoman would be very upset.
He'd be like, you let them do what? Out of who?
Out of our joint.
We're gonna have to talk about this.
We're like, $400 for what? I'll get the call.
Look, and you ain't getting no phone yet. Where your phone at? He be coming home every day. Where your phone? But you know
I got
what?
a book.
You know what's funny? Remember you were interested in that slider phone? And you said,
it's still the same price.
Oh, that's why you hadn't bid. Like, okay.
No, I'm waiting for the price to go down more. Okay. I be checking. They don't really got no discounts.
You can't kill me talking about this Steve Harvey. I mean green dye. Somebody buy one for me, I'll pay you back.
Sorry, I laughed on his bed.
We're gonna use your account. And I'll pay you. Hey, I'll even give you $4.25 for your troubles.
No gracias. That's a big trouble. You know how hard it is to change your bank account number? It is so hard.
Well, I mean, they ain't got to change it. We're just using theirs. You don't got to change it.
Yeah, but if they want to wire to them specifically, though, to themselves.
I'm just saying. I got a whole $25 for them. For free. As two phones would say. Thanks for the trouble.
So what do you think about Essential kicking the can?
Hey, it happens to the best of them. The last company that I was sad about was it Palm? When they stopped making. I used to love Trios, man. Trio was my phone. Yeah. I felt like they were innovative every now and again, you know? Just enough.
Yeah. I remember when I had the Palm Pilot, I felt like, ooh, it's like a laptop in your hand. I could put contacts in here. I thought it was so innovative.
Excuse me, y'all. Oh. He said make it $25. Look at Mike. Make it $25 and a number 6, and I'm ordering. Hey, I got you, Mike. $25 and a number 6. How much the number 6 cost though? For real.
Dexter coming back said #9 hours. We read both of your articles, by the way, that you suggested. They're funny.
Mike said he going to get that card. Hey, I got you now.
Is it worth it though? Is it really worth it?
A phone for $400?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not worth the trouble.
No, I'm talking about the phone for $400.
For the monies. For the monies. I wonder if it's on
Okay,
Swappa.
so we can make it an even $30, Mike. You can go buy your own number 6.
The Escobar phone is not on Swappa.
Who said that?
I was just checking. I was curious to see if somebody bought it and put it on there.
Big house. I buy import phones. Who can I complain to about them if they start messing up?
You can call the company directly.
I didn't buy from the company directly. I never do.
They don't have customer support though? Did you contact them?
Knock on wood. I just have not had an issue with any of my imports. I'm going to keep knocking on wood.
Yeah, I think that's why I went with the refurbished version of the keyboard, because I feel like I have not had anything like break. I think I should just start getting refurbished versions of things that I want.
Because they test the hell out of refurbish. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people, they're like, "Oh, should I get this refurb? I don't like refurbs." I'm like, I've never had an issue with a refurb.
Yeah. My watch is a refurb.
Mike, why does the price keep going up? He said he needs less money.
I need a gallon. Just 1 gallon. 1 gallon of gas, please.
$35 is my final offer. $4.35. Well, Big House, these are basically refurbs too. Did you watch Mr. Who's the Boss video?
Yeah.
These are refurb phones.
Yeah.
Y'all are funny. No, you get a book with it.
Yeah, you do. You get an autobiography.
Oh boy. Look, Mike drives a hard bargain now. Mike is shadier than the Escobar phone.
We order at midnight. What?
He said, I expect delivery on Friday. We order at midnight. He said, I see him. He looks scared. Who looks scared? Well, I'm lost now. You talking about Mr. Who's the Boss video? He looks scared. He didn't look scared to me.
No, I didn't think so. I like how he went through the story, though.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, we know him. That's his name. Send him the phone too. It's like, oh, they do their homework. They check out tech YouTubers. They sure.
Well, he does say his first name pretty often, but I don't know his last name.
What's his first name?
It's Aaron, ain't it?
Oh, okay. I feel like, how you need to wear glasses to see better? Mm-hmm. I need that for my ears when I hear British accent.
I know British
it's accent. English.
They are my favorite.
Yeah, I know it's English, but I still am like, huh? I need subtitles for British accents.
Oh, no. British accents, Australian accents. Yeah.
His name is Aaron.
We are not going to start on that, boy. The Aaron thing. Oh. But that threw me growing up as a child. I was like, man, why do they spell Aaron like that? That looks like Aaron. Yeah.
Right?
Aluminium. Yes.
I like how he spells it. ALOOMINEEUM. Aluminium.
Listen, watching a tech fight with Ben on it the other night, Carl says, how about a Chinese accent? Carl, I get lost with a Chinese accent most of the time. I ain't gonna lie.
I have a better time listening to someone speak English with a Chinese accent better than a British accent.
I like a Spanish accent.
Oh, I'm around Spanish accents all my life.
I know you are, yeah. But it's no thing to you. But what I'm saying, except when they come up to me speaking Spanish, thinking I'm going to respond in Spanish. Other than that,
The man Moses said, I love those Trini and Jamaican accents.
Catwoman.
Empress.
Yeah. Catwoman. My supervisor's name is Irie because her dad loved Jamaica, period.
Oh, really?
Her first name is Irie, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Empress.
So, what are your least favorite accents?
Um, Accents would have to be Indian accents. It's really hard. It's harder for me to understand those accents than British ones, especially with the spellings of their names, because it doesn't have that many vowels. So, yeah. How about you?
It just depends because I can see where you're coming from there, and it's kind of like the whole different variations of Asian accents throw me, especially if it's super broken English.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like my Uber driver today, he had a very strong African accent. I can't tell you where from, but it was just like I followed him sometimes, and sometimes it's like one of those things where you kind of shaking your head going with it because it's something that you're supposed to say yeah to. But yeah. I'm not going to keep asking somebody to repeat themselves over and over.
I think the reason why it's easier for me to understand an Asian accent better is because I grew up watching anime. And so when I would sing along to the songs and I would look up the lyrics, the way that they write it was just as if it was Spanish. So like the I sounds like an E and the E sounds like an I. And it's like I was reading Spanish without the accents.
I love like when you come to the States, I love a New York accent. Can't stand a Boston accent.
Oh, really?
Can't stand a Boston accent. New York, love it. And it's funny to me that Midwest has no accent. Like listening to my girl in Ohio talk, listening to Tanna talk. Like to me, there's no accent there. They just speak English. And it's not that I don't speak English, but I got a Southern twang. So I'm from the South. Yeah. So born and raised here. But I've heard a lot worse than me. And then I've heard people tell me, well, yours isn't really strong. I say, well, I'm strong to somebody if I go up north or if I go somewhere else, they pick up on it straight away. But other people in the South say, hey, you don't have much of an accent.
Yeah, I feel like you don't have much of an accent and you pronounce your words very well. I noticed that like the deep Southern accent,
leave out
they
letters.
Speak fast. They don't pronounce the whole word. And even when they speak slow, it's hard for me to understand. Like a 4 is 4. And I'm like, okay, I think that was a 4 that they said. Okay. And it's kind of like a guessing game. You kind of have to like, okay, eliminate the process. Things like that.
Tanna, you have various accents and none of them are yours. like that's not what I mean. He can do any accent. Like I can't do it, but he can do it right then. Oh, yeah. Mike is getting ready to educate.
Oh,
Raymond says he doesn't like New Orleans accents. For me, okay. This is gonna sound really weird, but you know how they say, hey, this person sounds white or they sound black. In New Orleans, everybody sounds the same to me. Like
because of that French.
It's a Cajun accent, so they all sound the same to me. And I don't have a problem with a New Orleans accent. I can see where it would bother some people. Kind of like Texas. It doesn't bother me, but it could be really, really Southern. But my mom, when you say pronounce your words, if I give a phone number out, I'm not allowed to say 0. I wasn't allowed to say O. O is a letter. 0 is a number. So
thank you.
When I say the end of my phone number, I put a 0 on it versus a O because O is a letter.
It kills me when people say O instead of 0. It does. It kills me, especially when they're reading a code back to you. Why would you say O when it's supposed to be 0? What if the code is wrong?
Jay, will I associate Jersey and New York the same? I do like Northern accents.
Yeah, they're both the same to me as well.
They hate that. Don't say that to somebody. I know he's from Jersey, so he would hate to hear that. New Yorkers and people from New Jersey, they don't like to be associated together. So I get it.
They both have a very authoritative accent.
Well, the O's are really it's hard to explain, but yes, it's very different.
I know my accent because English is not my first language. Especially when it comes to like complicated words, I read it in my head. I know what I'm gonna say, but when I say it out of my mouth, it's like no, like no. Why you failed me, tongue?
Oh, here comes Mike with the. He said he can identify anywhere from Jersey and New York if they say the following: son. Word is bond.
That's so true.
Yeah. I got family from New York, so one of my best friends is up there, so I have a blast with them, and they have a blast with me when I come up. But I've had to check some of the kids when I come up. Oh, you're really country. I said, well, okay, we're gonna fix this.
Yeah,
country for me is disrespectful. I'm really Southern. It's fine, but I'm not country.
Yeah.
So
I had to get with the times when I moved to Florida, because you would call a woman Miss, like, Miss Catherine or something like that. I was not used to that. For me, when I lived up in Massachusetts and in New York, it was disrespectful to call a woman Miss, because it sounds like you're trying to pry to find out if they're married or not.
No, for me, everybody. That's how you know you've reached old age at work at my job. When they started calling me Miss Kim, I was just like, oh my God, I'm old now.
I get the ma'am. Well, I actually get sir a lot, because over the phone, people think I'm a guy.
Truth be told, I do know that, like, one of the first times I talked to you and Mr. Catwoman was in the background, I thought it was your sister. Just because your voice is heavier than his.
Yes. We need to switch voices. I need to have his lighter, airy voice, and he needs to have my deeper voice.
Another weird accent is like the Maryland, the DMV area.
Yeah.
They got some stuff. Like ERs on the end of words, they don't pronounce the ERs. It's like an A on the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
I used to have a teacher that used to add an R to everything. So my name was Migaliner. And I'm like, why you add a hard R to everything? So I'm like, yeah, don't ever say the N-word.
Tech King really Mike, oh yeah. A lot of my friends that were military, they grew up all over the world and didn't have accents, but they loved everybody else's, and they could tell you just from a conversation where somebody was from. Like just talking to a person for a couple of minutes, be like, hey, you're from such and such. How do you do that?
Yeah. Trevor Noah is like that. The guy who does the Daily Show for Comedy Central now.
Yeah.
He's South African.
Right.
And he has a British accent. So I have to watch it with subtitles.
Oh my God. I love British accents. It is like my GPS has a British accent. Literally.
Yeah. It's not that I don't like it. It's just I want to be able to understand what people are saying.
Moses, I was not saying that you didn't speak good enough English in Baltimore. I just said it's different.
Yes, Tech King Mike. Hallelujah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tech King Mike really doesn't have an accent.
Yeah, I definitely don't hate any type of particular accent. I just have to have a lot more patience with accents that is harder for me to process.
We can translate for each other though. Like if somebody's speaking in an English accent, I got you. And if they doing something that I can't, like the Chinese Asian kind of deal, you can handle that.
Like when Carl comes on, I sometimes have to translate for him. I'm like, yes, I understand what you're saying, Carl. Let me break it down. I know what Carl is talking about.
Listen, Carl, if he's speaking drunk language, I understand. Because sometimes he's in drunk language and not really the accent. But yeah. Oh yes. I have a man for my Siri.
Yeah. So Lori said that her Siri is Australian. You know, I understand Australian accents way better than British.
They're close for me.
They are, but I don't know why it's way easier for me to understand an Australian accent than a British one.
Wow.
Yes, Australian like Thor, taking like Margot Robbie when she's not doing the New Jersey accent.
Oh boy.
Dexter Cumberbatch, you love DJ Cole, Catwoman. I do. I miss him so much.
Oh, he should have never learned how to say galaxy.
I know. It's like he learned how to finally say it and then left. I'm like, how could you do that to us? And then we started over with somebody else who can't pronounce it.
It's awesome.
But this guy is a doctor. He's a doctor, so you know.
As always, people keep asking me if I'm concerned about Huawei, and I keep saying until my phone doesn't work now. So
yeah,
according to everybody else, I should have been concerned 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, I know. They were talking about the United States is saying we have proof that they are spying on carriers. And Huawei's like, okay, so you should at least tell the carriers then. If not, if you're not going to tell, the people, you should at least tell the carriers. Right. So they can look into it.
Well, hey, I always say the proof is in the pudding. I never go by what, somebody else is going to tell me about somebody. I'll make my own judgment.
Taking micro. Galaxy.
C.
Oh, did I ever tell the story about the time that I thought I met DJ Cole?
No.
Okay, let me tell the story.
This is scary.
So this was at the Samsung event, right? Eric had already went down the stairs and everything to the auditorium, and I'm like taking forever because I have my bag and everything. And then as I'm going down the stairs, this guy is walking up. I swear to God, I thought it was DJ Cole. I stopped and I just bright eyed and I smiled. And then he said, "Excuse me," no accent. I was like, oh, that wasn't him.
It's like, oh, it ain't him. He didn't say Galaxy. Speaking of Galaxy and the Z Flip, I forgot that Jay Will was in the chat. How are you enjoying said phone?
Oh, he's gonna do a video.
I know he is. He's already done a video or two. Mm-hmm. I watched one this morning, I know. But yeah, I'm like, people are gonna buy what they want to buy with their money. It's not an investment I would make, but I'm not saying that somebody else shouldn't if that's what they want.
Yeah, and then there was some rumors about the Z Flip having a pen for the next one, and I'm like, stop lying, people. I'm so tired of the liars. Cállate.
I saw that in their article though.
Yeah, it was. And then there was an article after that saying, "Don't believe what people are saying about the pen." I don't believe it. I'm never gonna believe it until
Jay Will says he loves his phone. That is awesome.
Oh, love.
I almost wish he had the purple though. I know he didn't want the purple, but the purple was awesome. That color.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to say one of the hardest problems that the girls had with the flip phone was the fact that it's not touchscreen.
And he said, "Don't tell anybody about his deep pockets." We already know you got deep pockets, Jay. Deep pockets, deep discounts. We jealous. I want the Pablo Escobar. Somebody order that for me. Mike, I need you on top of that ASAP.
Dr. Donna Walter. Purple.
That purple is pretty. Color. It's a pretty pinkish purple. So
yeah. Almost mauve-y.
Almost.
Jay Will, we know you got the bag, big homie. We've gone through more Mopars in a year than the club here in Jacksonville. What's a Mopar?
It's a car. Mopar parts. I thought Mopar was the parts though.
Oh, okay.
Is that the company though? No. Yeah, Mopar parts. I used to have Mopar parts on my Chrysler.
Mm-hmm.
I had a PT Cruiser.
Oh, nice.
The only car I own that wasn't red. All of my cars have been red, and it hadn't been on purpose. Red is not my favorite color by a long shot, but I happen to have it on right now. It's one of Tanna's colors, but you fall upon a deal, and it's like, oh, I'll take the red car then.
Basically, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And I know that they say red cars are higher risk.
I have had
being pulled over.
One real ticket and one warning ticket in my whole entire life, and I've been driving since I was 16. I am 41 years old, so my first car was a red car. And
I have had one warning. That's it.
And little known fact, we were having a conversation in the car. Tanna was unaware that when I was talking about enjoying driving a stick, I've only ever had sticks until the car I have now. So that was nothing. Yeah, manuals. I love manuals. I miss having a manual, but now with cars, when they say, oh, manual, that means we're going to let you manually roll your windows down. We're not going to put tint on your windows. No.
So it's been 2 hours. We should wrap it up, girl.
Yeah, because we could talk for another hour about randomness.
We could. Thank you, everyone that has joined us live. We appreciate your time and spending 2 hours with us.
And we hope to see some of y'all tomorrow.
Yeah. And those who are on the replay or listening to the podcast, we appreciate you guys immensely. Y'all are awesome. We did get a couple of comments too on our latest video saying Jay Will recommended me. Thank you, Jay Will. Appreciate you.
We appreciate you sending us people.
Thank you. Well, you guys, I'm Catwoman.
And I'm Gadget Goddess. And we are
your homegirls of tech.
Here on the Gadget podcast. Have a good evening, everybody.
Bye. Hopefully we'll see y'all tomorrow on Easy Computer Solutions, Wired Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mwah!